Hello! Today, we have a different kind of video prepared for you. It's not the start of a new gaming series, nor one-off like the Borderlands 3 or Lockdown Protocol videos. The Borderlands 3 was supposed to be a series. Oops. No. Today is March 11th. To most, that may not matter. To others, it's their birthday. If it's your birthday, then happy birthday. All I got you was this picture of my dog. March 11th, 2024 was the day I uploaded my first video, specifically the first video I made for this channel. It was Home Life Episode 1, the start of something very dear to me. Today I wanted to just talk about my video making experiences and do a little Q&A. Since I was in the 6th grade, I wanted to make videos. I didn't watch much YouTube at the time, I just liked it. I dabbled in music videos mainly, and made several stop-motion music videos for the band Skillet. I entered my video for Hero into a high school film festival. It didn't win, but they told me I really gave those high school kids a run for their money, and it was a fan favorite. That really stuck with me. People liked it, and it told me I'm good and can get better. It put a spark in me. Years go by and I try to record, but something would always be quote-unquote wrong, so I stopped trying until 2023, when I decided to do We Have the Life series at home. And as you can see here, the first couple episodes are fairly long. Just ignore episode 2, that's a special case. I won't get into it here because I have a couple questions to answer on this exact subject, but you can see I slowly got it down to a manageable size. Then you go to my Sea of Thieves videos, and I made the same mistakes. So far, the Home Boogaloo videos are the only ones I think I have done well with right off the bat. Another thing I've grown in is the art of thumbnails. For Home Life, I relied on others because I just didn't know how to make thumbnails. And then I started my Sea of Thieves series and learned how to do it. It's been uphill, but I think I'm nearing the top. Anyways, I feel I've yapped enough. On to the questions. First up, a question from The Real Sarcastical. What made you decide to jump into the content creation world? I spoke about it a little bit ago, but honestly, I don't think I've ever had a single moment of I want to be a content creator. If that makes sense. I've always enjoyed creating things since I was little, part of which was spurred on by my father, in a way. I think it started with him reading to me when I was young. He would read a chapter of a book before bed every night. He read me the entire Narnia and Lord of the Rings books that way. That inspired the writer in me, which in turn inspired the director/content creator in me. I started fully because I had the motivation and a good reason to. That reason being Home Life, of course. I hope that is a satisfying answer for you, Mr. Sark. Second question comes from one Shadow X, aka Shadow, aka X, a good friend from across the pond. This one is broad to the point. I had trouble answering it. Question: what is one thing you wish you did differently in a situation? Can be from anything. This was hard to answer, as I previously stated, because I'm at a point in my life where I am racked with regrets. That's besides the point. Content... You know what? No, let's get personal real quick. I wish I had graduated the traditional way. I wish I had locked in during my tenuous high school years. Kids, stay in school. Trust me. Anyways, to answer this question in a content creator sense, I wish I hadn't killed Mars and Home Life Episode 5. I wish I hadn't flubbed the finale of Home Life. If I could change that, I would have just done nothing and let it play out naturally. I also wish I had started making content like this earlier in life. I sorta did, but nothing as good as what I'm doing now. And finally, I wish I would have also locked in learning to play the drums. I tried self-teaching and lost motivation because I wasn't getting any better. Next, a question from Israel Jewel. Question: who is your favorite YouTuber and why is it me? Just kidding. How do you decide how the video flows? Answer: I don't think I actually have a favorite YouTuber. Of course, his you is. Love you, man. Anyways, on to the second part of that question. That is interesting. Deciding how the video flows comes with the initial chopping of the raw footage for me, cutting out all the bits I would not watch. As for outside of that, I tried to have background music over the moments of interest to kind of tell the viewer to pay more attention, if that makes sense. Next, a question from Calexia. She asks, what was your favorite video to make and why? This is a tough one, to be honest. I definitely have videos I don't like. Episode 4 of Home Boogaloo, for example, because there wasn't much that happened in it. Just felt like an upload for the sake of an upload. Same goes for my 6th episode of Rude the Pirate Legend. But if I had to pick a favorite, it would either be episode 2 of Home Life, since I made it completely with replay mod footage. Also, my Road to Pirate Legend episode 7. Not only is it one of my best performing videos, but it was a relief to finish that series. It was also fun recording that episode. Would have been a lot better if OBS had recorded Norn's audio. So yeah, Home Life episode 2, Pirate Legend episode 7. Next question is from Anime Jesus, aka AJ. What's your favorite part about video editing as a whole? An easy answer: the joke edits I make, the little shit posts I'll add to my videos. They are purely there because I had an idea that made me laugh, and so I love putting them in. Here are a few examples. The NFL joke I made in Home Life episode 2.
It looks like he's gonna go all the way. Look at him go. Wow. This is really one of those heartwarming moments in sports where you just... Oh! Oh my God! That is not good.
This edit, I'm not going to say what I've called it for reasons. In this edit of me crying in Sea of Thieves. What the heck? Rare, fix, hit reg, please. Luckily, we didn't really lose any of our trip. Nothing damage! I'm so... It's... I didn't have near a bad... I didn't have near as a hard time in Devil's Roar last time. Just fucking cracks. Next up is... I want to say Hydra? Could also be Ace. This is a two-parter. Question 1. Who is the evilest? Answer 1. Undoubtedly Hydra. No contest. Question 2. How does one start video editing? Apps and whatnot? How to record? Do you record everything or just cut? I guess that second question is several. But all good questions, of course. Also, not sure I am the best person to give this advice, but I shall try. How to start? I'd recommend watching your favorite YouTuber and pay close attention to how they edit. I do this with Smager and Smallish Beans, although with my limited time I can't always make a video up to my own standards. Apps? OBS is best for recording. I think Streamlabs is fine, but built specifically for streaming. As for editing, Filmora Wondershare is good for those starting out. It costs money though. I will say that soon I will be switching to DaVinci Resolve. I try to record everything and then just cut out all the unnecessary bits. Just don't make the raw footage 1 4-hour long clip. Trust me, that sucks. And last but not least, a question from Mapelian Days. What do you feel was the most difficult thing to learn in your ability to edit videos? I touched on this earlier. I struggled to quote-unquote kill my darlings. Similar answer to how I choose how my video flows. Last year when editing, I left a bunch of nothing in because I wanted to give context to something no one noticed nor cared about. My first home life video, for example, I said I had a lot of admin stuff and that I'll cut all of it out. I did not, for whatever reason. I left it in. This also applies to regular footage. I have a hard time editing my friends out of a video because I want them to be in it. But not all footage flows well together, so TLDR, figuring out what to cut. And that's all for the questions. Thank you all for the questions. I really appreciate it. Now on to the future of this channel. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll have the motivation to go on if it's not a series like Home Life. Things are getting very stressful for me IRL. While I want to continue to make content, I don't know if it'll be feasible. Some crappy things happened in 2023 and I'm facing the consequences of some decisions I made. So thank you for coming with me on this crazy ride. Just know I want to stream more and make more content for YouTube, and that I'll do everything in my power to do both. Anyways, that's enough from me for one video. Thank you, thank you, thank you.